The question I've got for you, though, is where else could you better spend this money to get the same result or a better result? Where else could you better spend the money? And that's the focus of today's episode of the Daily Sales Message podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice. It's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. I call this the better spend test, or the better spend question. When you're talking with a potential buyer and they're umming and ahhing and, oh, I'm not sure, you can pose this question to them. Look, we're going to charge you £2,000, £20,000, 50p, whatever, for our product or our service, because you're trying to achieve this outcome. Stop this happening, start this happening, so on and so forth. Where else could you better spend that money to get a better result? Where else could you spend the same amount of money, get a better result, or less money, get a better result? If you don't have an answer, well, the decision kind of makes itself, doesn't it? So where else could you better spend the money is a really interesting question to ask your buyer, because chances are they may never have even considered it. If you've done your homework and you can say, well, we charge $2,000. If you spent $3,000, you give these people, you wouldn't even get everything you needed, blah, blah, blah. And sure, you could spend $1,000 and get this, but they don't do this and they don't do that. So that's probably not the best choice for you. But where could you better spend this money? Helps your buyer. It kind of induces that decision made for you kind of feeling where you're like, oh, okay, well, this is like the obvious choice now. So I'm not making it. I'm kind of abdicated of responsibility because I can justify my decision making. And that helps to improve conversion and get people buying from you. And also the fact that hopefully you are the best place for them to spend the money to get the result they're looking for. That's the name of the game in business. Right, that's it for this episode. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. Tomorrow, we're talking about scoring something in particular. So scoring something, cover that in more detail in tomorrow's episode. That's it for this one. If we're not already connected, hop on over to LinkedIn. You'll find me there, James Newell, Clear Sales Message. Send me a DM. Let me know what you like about the podcast, anything you want me to cover in a future episode. But until then, I'm going to give my poor voice and brain a rest, and I'll see you tomorrow.